Hey everybody, this is Brad, and in this video I'm going to show you my model toilet. And this is made primarily of Sculpey. There's a little bit that's made of wood, but mostly Sculpey. And this is the first design. This is right out of Brad's head. When I'm, trying to conceptualize and materialize a design. And so this is the design. And as you can see, it looks just like the final product right here. But this, from this, I make, or of this, I guess I should say, I make molds. And then liquid clay or slip is poured into those molds. And then there's a series of different things you have to do to put the different clay pieces together, and then you fire them and it ends up being that. Now with human-sized toilets, they do one single firing. They just glaze the unfired clay and fire it together. I might try that, but it's kind of tricky because before you do your first firing, the clay is very soft, it's very brittle. It's very, very delicate. It's easy to break. And if you break it, you're pretty screwed. You can't really do much with it. So what I do is I do two firings like a lot of people do with pottery and stuff like that. I do a bisque firing, which it hardens the clay enough to work with and still be porous enough to take the glaze, and then you can glaze it and fire it again, which is the glaze firing, and you get that. And the glaze basically it basically becomes glass. But anyway, you can see the size difference. So when designers, me in this example, have their final size that they're thinking about right here, you have to scale up when you're making the initial design, or what I call the model. That's just the terminology that I use, model toilet, because you're gonna from when the clay piece comes out of the mold, it's going to be this big, but by the time I do my two firings, it will shrink about 12 to 13%. So that's a factor that you have to think about when you're initially designing the first thing. So anyway, I had this video this toilet in my last video. It's the one with the defects to the back of the rim area, and I'm actually going to try to there was white what is it called, white resin that I put in there, and it looked pretty good, but it was not durable like this glaze. So I scooped out some of it, and I'm going to try to get the rest of it out of these little recesses and sort of put glaze in there, like try to scrape it in there and fire it again, and hopefully it'll come out better. But anyway, other than that, I mean, it's a good toilet. It works and functions and looks good, but I just not really fond of these defects right here. But anyway, and this rim right here is not the original rim design. My original rim design is more angular. It's more just kind of straight and wider. But I decided to do a few like this and sort of give it the more classic tapered sort of look, and I think I like that better. So I might, offer both. Like if somebody wants one like this, they can have the tapered design, or if they prefer the original kind of wider rim, they can do that too. But anyway, this right here, I actually remade this rim because I dropped it or something and broke it into a bunch of pieces and had to glue it together. And I had to remake this back section. And I just did that just for the video, just to show you guys the size difference between the initial toilet that molds are made of, which like I said, I call the model toilet, and the final product. So, and this comes off the rim. And I didn't put a lot of detail into it. I just wanted, like I said, just to, you know, make it so it could go on here. And they're separate like this because there are molds that are made of just the rim and molds made of just the base, so that you get a clay rim that comes out, and you adhere the clay rim to the clay base. And of course, there are other things you have to do. You have to punch the rim jets and the holes for the seat and lid and the holes for the tank and all that stuff. Here's the pocket in the front that feeds the siphon jet. So you have to cut out the trapway opening and the siphon jet, and open this up. So there are a lot of things to do, but that's why these are separate like that. And in the next video, I'm going to show the molds themselves, so you can take a look at that. And put this back up here, if I can get it on there with one hand. There we go. But anyway, I figured you guys would enjoy that and sort of get an idea of the evolution of things to get to that. So anyway, if you guys have any comments or questions, put them down below, and like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.